What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and welcome into my very first long-form video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a few different things. I'm going to be explaining why I'm taking a little break from YouTube. I'm going to be showcasing all of my accounts. I'm going to be doing a friend list tour, a Q&A, a Brawl Pass giveaway, and then finally I'm going to leave you off with my final game to my 100th prestige. I just want to start off by saying thank you to everybody who has followed me through my entire YouTube journey. Like I said, I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. It took about 2 years and just around 450 videos, which is quite a few videos for only hitting 1,000 subscribers, which is part of the reason why I'm taking a break. Starting off with why I'm actually taking the break, it's just really a time thing. YouTube takes a lot of time. Each short I do takes around 30 minutes to edit, and then there's another 30 minutes to get all the film I need for the short. So that's just a lot of time that I have to put into YouTube just for something to not perform very well. Which I know I could always do different stuff to try to gain more subscribers and all that stuff, but at this point it is what it is. I don't really have the motivation to keep going with YouTube. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be permanently done with YouTube or if I'll just take a small break, and then if I have some free time I'll post again. But I just don't really want to have the pressure to have to post content to kind of keep up and keep my channel growing. Now we're going to move on to showcasing all of my accounts. I have a main account obviously, and then I have one mini that I've played quite a bit, and then I have a few other minis slash cursed accounts that I will show as well. So this is my main account. I have 101,000 trophies right now. My peak was 102,000 trophies. I wish I could have pushed a little bit further, but we ended up going on vacation on the second half of that season, so I wasn't really able to play that much. I don't really like how they changed the profiles, so I will show you a screenshot of my old profile because I feel like it just shows everything a little bit easier. Right now I have 99 prestiges. I have around 600 trophies with Sirius right now, so I should hopefully get his 1000 by the end of the day, and then that'll be my 100th prestige. My favorite brawler is Sprout. He was my first prestige, he was my first mastery, he was really I've done everything with Sprout. My very first video I posted on my channel was a clip of Sprout in Solo Showdown, and then I just posted a video and it was kind of titled finishing how I started. So it was basically just another kind of clip of Sprout to show I started with Sprout and I ended with Sprout. There's a lot of different stuff you can do with him. There's a lot of tech, so that he's one of the few throwers that you can actually do decent against assassins in. If you can put a good super down, then he can kind of escape assassins, or a dynamite super or something like that. These are my main stats. I have just under 6,500 showdown wins, which that's kind of skewed because I really never play showdown. This is mainly duels. I have 21,000 3v3 wins. This is what I play most of the time, just because I have quite a few good friends that I can consistently get wins with. So 3v3 is my go-to mode. For ranked, I peaked Masters 1. I only really pushed ranked for one season. I just wanted to hit Masters and be done with it. So I ended up winning I think it was my last 12 games to Masters or something like that. So I just went from Legendary 2 to Masters without losing really. And then I do have a 100 win streak on Maisie. Unfortunately, that's not a real win streak. It was a dual strategy that I did. So I didn't actually win 100 games in a row, but I kind of just played bots to get to 100 win streak. This is how the people with thousands of win streak games on a brawler, that's kind of how they do that. And then I just recently hit Alien Fame. That's super exciting. I kind of never thought I was going to hit Alien Fame, but then they made it a lot easier to get the new brawlers. So then the credits that would have went to them went to my fame. So I ended up hitting that just a week ago. And then I have record level 8. I really pushed records for a week because I wanted to do an all green profile because I was about to hit Alien Fame at the same time, which I got all that done, and then they changed how the profiles look about a week later. My legacy stats, I started in 2020. I played till about 2021, then I took a 2-year break, And then I downloaded the game back in like 2023, and I've been playing pretty consistently since then. I did end up getting 4 prestiges before they like reworked them. All of them were on Sprout. Sprout's my favorite brawler, so I just pushed him for 4 seasons. And then for my club, my main account is in Money Team, which is a really good club. I have been in this club since about 30,000 trophies, and we've kind of just like, everybody in there has grown with me. So just today, we hit 3 million trophies for the first time. So that was super exciting. Right now, we're 177th in the world for our club, and 16th in the United States. We peaked at, I think, 3rd in the United States, and maybe, I think it was like 20th in the world. But we've kind of fallen behind. But we've taken more of a chill approach compared to a trophy pushing approach. Now this is the page that showed how much mastery I had on all my brawlers before they removed masteries. This just kind of shows how much I played every brawler. As you can see, I got Sprout to 100,000 mastery points. If you don't remember, I think it took like 24,000 to master a brawler once, which means I mastered Sprout almost like 4 to 5 times. And then I had Maisie, Byron, Jean, Cord, Kenji, Sam, Bo. Those were some of my other like more commonly played brawlers. For my actual brawlers, like I said, I haven't really pushed any prestige 2s yet. As you can see, I had every brawler at 1,000 trophies before they reset them, or like before they made prestige 1 the 1,000 trophy thing. So now I can't like drop back down. So right now I have every brawler at around like 10 trophies above the prestige 1 cap. So just over 1,000 trophies. And like I said, I just got serious. I pushed him around 660 trophies last night, so I'm going to finish pushing him today, and then I will show the last game at the end of the video. Now that I'm done with my main account, I'm going to be moving on to my main mini. This account actually used to be my dad's, but he quit playing a few months ago, so I took over at around like 65,000 trophies. He already had a lot of the brawlers maxed out, so I kind of just picked up and pushed a lot of his brawlers to 1,000 trophies. I have 94,000 trophies. I have all the brawlers. There's Fame, 45 win streak on Rosa, which that was like a legitimate win streak. I just did really well in duels. I've only pushed to Legendary 1 for ranked because I don't really care to push for Masters for a mini account. Record level 6, Solar Fame 2. Not much in the legacy stats. And then I have 91 prestiges out of the 90, or now 100 possible. And then on this account, I actually have a club that I've been growing for a little while. It's called Sprout Society, because I really like Sprout, so it's just a really chill club. You can ask anybody in this club, they say it's like the best club ever. As you can see, everybody has been online within the past day, and we have 11 people online right now. I have most of the brawlers maxed out on here. I think I might have like 4 or 5 that aren't. Yeah, okay, so I have 3, 6, 9. I have 12 brawlers that aren't maxed. Most of them are at 1,000 trophies though, or prestige 1, I guess. I only have that'd be 8 more to push for that. Moving on to my second mini. This one is where I have the first mini club to the main club. So this is like the second best of those. I ended up getting this Piper skin out of a Mecha box, and that was like really lucky. And then I also got Mecha Crow out of that same box. I did the math, and that's a 0.0003% chance, I think. I had a couple like legacy rank 30s on here, just from pushing duels. I have 80 win streak on Finks, 1,000 3v3 wins. Haven't really done ranked. I have 12,000 trophies. For this other mini account, I actually only have it on my phone because I can't like find the email, so I can put it on my tablet. But kind of same story with this one. This is the like my third, or this would be my fourth account. I have 17,000 trophies. Kind of pretty similar to my other mini account. This is my Sprout curse account. This is the only curse account I've really like actually pushed. I got to 1336. I never ended up getting prestige because I like kind of ran out of time, and I created this account right when like Mortis buffies came out. So we were playing a Mortis like every single game, and Mortis just kind of destroys the Sprout. But not really much here, except that it's a cool cursed account. I got True Gold Sprout. I have all of his skins. 214 3v3 wins. Haven't played ranked. And then on here, I also have a Cursed Accounts Club. I also have a Poco Cursed account. I have a Figs Cursed account on my phone. And then I have a Mortis Cursed account on here. Now I'm actually going to get into like a friend list tour. I used to have a full friend list full of like almost all of them had like masters and 90k trophies. But I decided that I wanted to remove around 2/3 of them so that I could fill my friend list full of subscribers and people I just like genuinely want to play with, compared to like I just have them added because they're like they have a good account. So I'm going to be starting with people who have like really good win streaks. The first one I have is this guy named R27777N. This guy only has 7,500 trophies, but he actually has a pretty insane account. He already has Pearl Prestige 2. He had a rank 35, and he had 2 prestiges. But the craziest part is that he has a 2,777 win streak on Maisie, which is just insane. Like, the amount of time that takes is just crazy. And then we have Pasty XXX. He has 11,000 trophies right now. He used to have 51,000. But he has a 2,600 win streak on Byron. And then there is Pizza to Go. He has a 1,300 Otis win streak. This guy named Hunter, probably Hunter. But he has a 4,000 win streak on Cordelius. And then we have this guy named Failure, I believe. He had a 5,100 win streak on Maisie, but he ended up telling me that he lost with Maisie at one point. I don't know how he lost. He must have like lagged out. And then this guy named Luffy has a 3,800 win streak on Hank. This is an active win streak from what I know, because whenever Duels is out, I see him pushing his win streak. But he actually has a pretty crazy account. He has like 40,000 3v3 wins, Masters. He had 133,000 trophies. David has a 3,300 win streak on Stu. And then last, but most certainly not least, with 103,000 trophies, we have IB Omeo. I don't know if I said that right, but he has a 10,000 win streak on BB, which I don't know what the record is, but this has to be up there. He also has 102,000 record points. This guy just has an absolutely insane account. And then I have a few pro ranks added. This guy, his name is LeBron James. He's not the real LeBron James, but he just hit pro rank this last season. And then we have Flex JP. He got pro rank. It was a few seasons ago. I don't really play with him. He's usually on Do Not Disturb. And then we have SK Max. I don't know when he had when he got pro rank. I added him. When I added him, he already had it. I'm out. He's European, I think, so I can't really play with him, or else one of us will have some pretty crazy delay. Yeah, as you can see, his club is called French Team, so I'm assuming he's French. I don't really know how to say his name, but it's FQSX. He got pro rank. He has 45,000 3v3 wins. I don't know when he got pro rank. I think he actually added me. So that was pretty cool to see that friend request come in. And then I have Training added, which from what I've seen, he's actually been doing some like Maturino stuff. I don't know how much success he's had, but I remember watching his last game to pro rank. I have a few content creators added. None of them are like too big. And then this is Brawl Core. I actually like can't find his channel because there are so many channels named Brawl Core, but like 6 months ago he said that he had 3,000 subscribers, so I'm assuming he's close to 5,000 if he's like kept up with the YouTube stuff. This is one of my like better friends that I've got from playing Brawl Stars. He doesn't have the hugest channel, but he's getting there. And then we have Darkloon. This guy has 11,000 subscribers, I believe. So I just added him recently because I was playing with another YouTuber that I will talk about in a bit, and we were helping him get to 100,000 trophies. This is my friend Evoke. He is definitely one of the better friends I have made from playing Brawl Stars. He ended up just having a video go viral. He got like 1 million views. So he's up to 960 subscribers. So he's getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. This is Dart. He just finished pushing 100,000 trophies. This was the YouTuber I was talking about that I kind of helped him get to 100,000 trophies. He has 3,000 subscribers, and I filmed a couple of videos with him. I filmed a New Year's video with him, which got like 400,000 views. Last but not least, this is Newsom. He just hit 2,000 subscribers. I play with him quite a bit. I know he's been trying to get to Masters. He hasn't quite got there, but I do think that he can get there. He definitely has the skills. I think it might just be a brawler choice. Like, I don't think he has a ton of brawlers maxed out. I have a few other people that I just kind of like don't really fit into any like specific category, but I just really want to shout out. And this first one is BS Sweat. This guy has multiple times like donated me brawl passes on multiple of my accounts, and I've told him to stop, but he just won't stop for some reason. So this guy is the absolute GOAT. He is in my club that I created, and he's really chill. He's really fun to play with, and yeah, he just keeps donating me brawl passes, which I don't know why. I told him to stop, but he won't. So, and then I forgot to mention this guy with the YouTubers category, but this is Sprout. On YouTube, his channel is called Sprout Edits, and he puts a ton of time and effort into his shorts, but they end up like don't performing really well, which is just, it's so sad to see. Because like for small creators, like putting so much time into something just for it to get like 100 views, it really just takes like the motivation out of producing content. So I know he's been kind of like struggling with that. So if you can just like go show him some love to his channel, I'm sure he would really appreciate that. This guy is also super fun to play with. He's way better than like what his account would show. Like, he hasn't hit Masters and he only has 60,000 trophies. But he's better than some of like my Masters friends at like 100,000 trophies. This is Spider-Mations. I've been friends with him for a really long time. He was actually the person who helped me get my very first prestige. He played Hank, but this was before Hank was good. So he was like F tier, but he was the craziest Hank I've ever played with. This is Jackie. I've been friends with this guy for quite a while. He is really fun to play with. He has pushed a lot of brawlers to leaderboards. He had 10 prestiges. He has an 85 win streak on Finks, which I'm pretty sure that's like a legit win streak. He won 85 games in a row with Finks, and he didn't use like some fluky strategy. He already has Sirius to Prestige 2, which the update has only been out for like 2 days. And if we go to leaderboards, he has pushed a couple brawlers to like all-time highs. Like here, he has the second highest Sprout of all time. He got Sprout to almost 5,000 trophies. While he was playing Sprout, he was also pushing Finks, which he is 5th all time in the world. So that's just like crazy stats put up by him, and I'm sure he's pushed some other brawlers I don't really know about. And this is the final guy I want to show. His name is K-Dog. He has Star Force fame, which last I checked, which was a week ago, there are only 50 people in the game with Star Force fame. He almost has 100,000 3v3 wins. Now I'm going to be getting onto the Q&A section, starting off with Inferno. His first question is, who is the best player you have played against, and did you win? As you can see by the screenshot here, I actually played against the full tribe game, and I had 2 randoms on my team, and as you can see, we definitely did not win, but I didn't play the best, but not to blame my randoms, but like, they kind of died right away. Then his second question is, how old are you? Right now I am 15, in a few months I will be 16. His third question is, what is the biggest achievement I have got? And I haven't really done anything like super good, But I would like to say that what I was most excited to get was probably my first Prestige. Masters is a close second because it was really intense last game. The next set of questions we have are from Noba Brawl Stars. The first one is, have I ever visited Bhutan? I have not. I've never been out of the country. I'm in the United States. I would like to go to Europe, especially like the Norway, kind of like that area. My favorite esports team is definitely Tribe, which is also why I was like really excited to play that game against Tribe. It was just a really fun experience, even though we lost in under 30 seconds. But that was really fun to do. I've actually played with Luffy before, so that was really fun. It was right when the Buffies came out, so he was playing Mortis, and he went like 10-1, and we were playing against good players. My reaction when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I think I actually have a video on my phone where I was basically recording the live subscriber count, and then in the background you can like quietly hear me like celebrating because I didn't want to make too much of a disturbance. And then his fourth question is, do I have a girlfriend? I do not. This is by choice. I just don't really feel the need to date somebody right now. There's nothing good that comes out of dating in like middle school, high school. And then his last question is, what is the meaning of C-dubs? That's the name of my channel. My name starts with C, and my dad, he basically, like, when I was younger, he came up with a nickname for me, and that nickname was C-dubs. So I decided to kind of turn that into like my branding, I guess, because it's pretty unique, and I think it's just a really good name. It looks clean, so that's how the name C-dubs originated. And then we have Just Hulk. His first question is, how old am I? Like I said, I'm 15. Why did you decide to start YouTube? The main reason I decided to start this channel was because I was already playing Brawl Stars, and I have like a weird trait where if I'm not like gaining something out of doing something, it doesn't feel like I should be doing that thing. So like for Brawl Stars, I was playing quite a bit, but I wasn't really like gaining anything useful or working towards anything. So I decided to start a YouTube channel because I was already getting the clips, or like I was already playing, so I had to screen record the clips and then edit them. And I've actually had like a really fun time editing videos and growing a channel, and it really like just added something new to the game that I definitely think a lot of like people should try. I definitely recommend it. Just don't get too down on yourself when views aren't what you expect them to be. His third question was, do I watch UFC? I do not. I don't think I've ever watched a UFC match. And then his fourth question is, what is my favorite series? I don't really know what you mean by this, but I'm assuming it's like my favorite TV series. I'm not really a big like TV show, movie person. I'm more of just like a YouTube guy. But I have watched through all the seasons of Psych, which is kind of like a comedy detective show, which I actually loved, and I would definitely recommend it. And then we have Dark Brawl Stars. His first question is, how did I improve so much in Brawl Stars? It kind of started off with I ended up buying a nice tablet. Right now I use a Samsung tablet, and that has actually like really made a difference because the screen is a lot bigger, and then I can also use claw grip, which is not as useful with like aimable gadgets coming out. With Brawl Stars, it's not really about like mechanical skill, it's more about like game sense and like knowing who to pick and what to do in certain situations. So how to get better, I would say just do a lot of ranked. Watch pros like Spen, watch a lot of tier lists so you can know who's good and who's good for which maps. And then if a game went well or a game went bad, I end up watching back the replay to see like what I could have done differently, so that like if I get in that situation again, I can know how I can like do it differently so that we can end up winning. The best player I've probably beaten is either Toxic Genie or Bentim 1. I beat both of them. The Bentim 1 was kind of fluky because it was during the SpongeBob event, so like they were all the power-ups, but that was actually a fun game to win. And then I've definitely played against a lot of pro ranks, but none of them were too like notable. The best player in my friend list, I don't really know like the best one, but as I said, like probably the rarest one is that K-Dog player, just because he's like 1 in 50. If I could travel back in time, knowing it took me like 400 videos to get to 1,000 subscribers, would have I started my channel or not? This is actually like a pretty interesting question, because the reason I started YouTube was just so I could like have something to do in my free time. But as I've like gotten into high school, I've had a lot less free time. But you know, I'd say I probably would have still started the channel. I definitely would have done some stuff differently. I kind of realized that I probably should have like switched my type of content from clips to something kind of like just a bit different, because like clips, everybody does clips, so like they don't really stand out. So yeah, and my favorite esports team, as I said before, is probably Tribe. Then we have Cypress, and he asked how long does it take me to produce a short. Depending on the short, like if it's just a clip that I had while playing, I can screen record it within a couple of minutes and then edit it within probably 30 minutes. But if it's something like I'm trying to get a edit of like a bunch of Mortis clips, it's about 30 minutes to play to get the clips, and then about 30 minutes to an hour to edit. So I'd say about an average of hour to an hour and 15 per short. And then he asked how much time do I spend on YouTube related stuff every day. Back when I was editing and producing a bunch, it was probably 2 hours a day. But that was kind of like during the summer or winter break. Now I really only edit on the weekends because I work at my parents' store. So I'm able to do a bunch of editing while I'm here. And then, so now I might spend 30 minutes a day like on weekdays, and then I'll spend I'm at the store for 8 hours over the weekend, so I'll probably spend 5 out of 8 of those hours working on some content. Tips to grow a channel. I think I like talked about this a little bit, but just really finding something that makes you unique. If I was to do it over again, probably would have done like mini games, educational content, and like just like rank 50 guides, that like tips, that type of stuff that like a lot of people don't do, compared to clips, which most people do, and that doesn't really like set you apart from everyone else. Now for Newson, he asked what's the most I've pushed a brawler. I know it was Sprout. I think I got him to like 1680, somewhere around there, in a season of pushing. What are my plans for life? This is kind of like my main reason for taking a break from YouTube, and it's just wanting to do like a lot of self-improvement stuff and building good habits, and like kind of preparing myself for adulthood. So like working out, like learning some skills. So right now I don't really know like what my post high school thing is going to be, but if I had to choose, right now probably like something in the trades, just because college is a lot cheaper, and I like working with my hands and instead of like just sitting at a desk all day. And then he asked, how do you get good at melee brawlers? So this is like assassins, so Kenji, Mortis, Ali, all those people. And I would say it's really just learning about when you can go in and when you can't, and learning like what matchups you can win. So like with Mortis, like knowing like who Mortis is good into. So like obviously throwers, but then there's some more like niche picks that like if you know that you can beat them, then you can like kind of start focusing on them, and then hopefully build up to a hypercharge, get a team wipe, and win the game. Astronomer asked what makes me enjoy Brawl Stars, and I would say it's really the community. I've built up a few really fun clubs, and then it's also just the fact that like there's always something you can be working towards, especially with this new update. There's like prestige 2s and 3s, and you can like easily like how you can make progress throughout the game. And it's not super pay to win, so like it's pretty friendly for like newer players. Why do I play a lot on my alt instead of my main? Mainly because before this new update, I had Masters, I had 100,000, I had Prestige. There wasn't really much for me to do on my main account, so I started to push my mini account so I could hopefully get to like 100,000 trophies. What phone am I playing on, and what is my GPA? Right now I have a Google Pixel 9a. But then I bought a tablet, so it's a Samsung Galaxy Tab 9 SE. So it was like $400, I think, and it's a really good tablet, and it has really helped me with like YouTube, because I can edit on the tablet. Like I can play on the tablet, screen record on the tablet, and then edit on the tablet. What is my GPA right now? I have a 4.0. Moving on. What is my favorite skin on Sprout? Probably Tanuki Sprout. I really like how the walls look, how the shot looks, and it's just a really like cute skin. And then Vince asked, how do I find Brawl Stars? My cousin was the first one to find it, and I have a really big family on my dad's side, so she basically like convinced, like I think there were six of us to all download Brawl Stars, and then we all kind of took a break, and then that one cousin and I, who first introduced me to Brawl Stars, we started to play again. Everybody else has kind of like dropped it off. And then, did you make some YouTube friends from this? I definitely have. There have been a lot of other content creators that I have became really good friends with. And then we have Adam. He asked, when did I start playing Brawl Stars? I started in 2020, took a couple year break, and then picked it back up around 2023, and I played since then. Do you play any other games besides Brawl Stars? Not really. I really haven't found any games that I've enjoyed as much as Brawl Stars, and I've just built up a really good community. Do you think Brawl Stars will have a comeback or no? I really do. I feel like this is the best update they have came out with, and I can already tell, like, I have so many more friends that are online always, and everybody in club chats are talking more. Do I play casually or just for vids? I do play pretty casually. I'll just play, and then sometimes I'll screen record to get some clips. Then we have Minion. He asked, what are my top 10 favorite brawlers? This is an interesting one. I've actually been thinking about this a little bit, and I just put together my 10 favorite. Right now it's probably Barley, Gus, Sam, Maisie, Shade, Mortis, Sprout, Byron, Otis, and Kenji. It's not really in any specific order, but I will say Sprout's my favorite, Shade is my second favorite, and then probably Sam or Kenji are my third favorite. What's your favorite skin? That's an interesting question. I kind of have to think about that, but there's just something about this Kenji skin that I really like. A lot of people don't use it, which is why I actually like really enjoy it. I like to use stuff that a lot of people don't usually use. Kind of just like sets me apart, I guess. And then we have Rico Millet. First question is, what's my favorite Brawl Stars content creator? It used to be Snake Thug, but of course he quit, which made me really, really sad. What do I do in real life? I do a lot of sports. I did football. I don't think I'm going to do football next year, though. I'm going to do cross country instead because I absolutely love running. So I'm going to do cross country. Track starts in a couple of days. So I'm super, super, super excited for that. In case any of you guys do track, this will make sense to you. But I'm planning on running the 400 meter and then the triple jump and long jump. Last year I did high jump. I wasn't really super successful at that, but I did triple jump for the last week of the last season, and I was able to go to an invite, and I actually did pretty well, so I'm hoping to improve upon that in the future. And then if anybody cares to know my times, I run right at a minute flat for a 400 meter, and then I ran the mile for the competitively for the first time in a while at the end of last school year, and I ended up running like a 5:27, I think. So I was actually really happy about that because I did not think I was going to be able to run it that quickly. And then I also play a sport called disc golf. It's a pretty small sport, but it's been growing quite a bit. It's an individual sport. It's basically for those of you who don't know, it's golf but with frisbees. This is probably my favorite thing to do, and with me turning 16 and the new house we're moving to, it's 10 minutes away from my closest course, it's 10 minutes away from my favorite course. So I'm going to be able to drive out there after school every day and go play disc golf. So that's probably my favorite sport or hobby, activity, whatever you want to call it. The last question that I got is from Turtle. He asked, when will I get pro rank? I am not even going to try for pro rank. I don't have the time for that or the skill. So yeah, that's not going to be happening. But I am very content with where I ended for my Brawl Stars account, and my channel. So I'm pretty happy about all that. Now it is time for the Brawl Pass giveaway. Like I had said before, this is for the people who commented questions. I didn't answer everybody's questions that sent the comments, but if you did send a comment with a question, your name should be in here. So whoever wins this, I'm going to send a Brawl Pass to. And I ended up screen recording this a while back, and the winner was Astronomer. This guy was a very, very, very like dedicated subscriber. He commented on almost every single video I have posted. In his comment, he said that he had never got a Brawl Pass. So I am super, super, super excited that he was able to get his first Brawl Pass from this. Yeah, here's the proof of that I actually donated the Brawl Pass. So thank you so much to everybody who has supported me through my YouTube journey. This truly was a really, really, really fun thing to do. And hopefully I will make a comeback eventually. But for now, I'm taking a break. Who knows when I'll be back. I'm going to leave you guys with the last game to my 100th prestige. So thank you all so much for watching if you have made it to the end. And I hope to see you all again.
On my wall, told all my friends I'm doing fine. Truth is I'm broken all the time.